Assalamualaikum Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. I'm Dina Khoirunisa, and today I would like to share with you about my understanding on the topic of type of data. Data can be classified into type, category, and level. And it will be important because if we have known about what type of data, of course we know what type of statistic analysis we use in our data. Basically, data can be classified into two. There are qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative, there is no numerical, categorical, and attributes. And then quantitative, there is numerical scale. For the example, from qualitative data, there is a research that examines about behavior impact from throwing a garbage to the river. Of course, that data is no numerical and numerical needs, and then it can be classified into qualitative data. And for the second is quantitative data. For the example is the research about examine teacher's profile, like what kind of the subject, the gender, the last education of the teacher, and etc. And of course, it will needs like diagram, like pie chart, and etc. And it can be classified into quantitative data. For the second, quantitative data by the nature can be divided into two. There are discrete and continuous. As I know, discrete is infinite or countably infinite. And then in general, discrete by natural number like 1, 2, 3, and etc. or first, second, third, and etc. And then infinite using in chunks or intermittent data. For the example, number or page in a book. Page in a book. There is the first, the second, or 1, 2, 3, and etc. And for the second is continuous. Continuous is uncountably infinite, and then can used by real number like 1, 2, 3, etc. And then can used by decimal. For the example, the length of the way, and then ratios, because it use decimal like length of the way, for example 10 kilometers, and etc. And for the third is 4 levels in data. There are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Nominal and ordinal from qualitative levels, and interval and ratio from quantitative levels. And it all can be spelled by Noir. Nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. As I know, every level has categories, and higher levels can more categories. It means Noir, nominal, and ordinal. Nominal has 3 categories, and ordinal has 6 categories because ordinal takes from nominal categories 3, and 3 adds from ordinal itself. And then it happens to interval and ratio too. For the first, nominal data. Nominal data is the lowest level or the most simple level, because in nominal data it just has the attributes name, level, and discrete. If there are some number, those number are not meaning anything. For the example, there are some categories of sport. For the first, football, the second, basketball, and the third, badminton. Of course, in data, it will write by number 1, point basketball, number 2, point football, number 3, point badminton. Yes, there are some numbers or some numerical there, but those numbers are not meaning anything. Those numbers there are no meaning anything, and yes, it can be qualified into qualitative levels or the simple levels of data that is nominal. And for the second is ordinal level. Ordinal level has name, attributes, label, and if there are numbers, so the number given contain the rank. For the example, from Likert scale. Likert scale said about totally agree, dubbed, disagree, until totally disagree. And for the third is interval level. Interval level is a data that obtained from measurement results, and then it doesn't has an absolute zero value. For the example is temperature. Temperature 30° Fahrenheit until 212 Fahrenheit. And for the fourth is ratio. Ratio is a data that obtained from the result of the calculation and that have an absolute zero value. For the example, there are 5 books, so it means 5 value, and if there is no book, so it means 0 value.
And here I have the summary from the subject of types of data. Types of data divided into 2. There are quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative by numerical scale, and qualitative there is no numerical. And then quantitative divided into 2. There are discrete and continuous. For the example is from discrete numbers of pages in book, and from continuous is length of book. And then there is level of data, or we can spell it by nowhere. For the first is nominal. Nominal, it has name of category, level, and attribute only. For the example, football. And for the second is ordinal. It has name and no absolute numerical scale. For the example, Likert scale, that is strongly agree, doubt, disagree, and strongly disagree. And then for the third, interval. A data obtained from measurement results that don't have absolute zero values. For the example is temperature. This is temperature from Fahrenheit, 30° Fahrenheit until 212 Fahrenheit. And then the last is ratio. Ratio is a data obtained from measurements of calculation and have absolute zero values. For the example, if there are 5 books, so we can call 5 books. And if there is no book, we can call 0 books. Okay, those are 3. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.